This is FNGR with Limbo Podcast. Today, joining us is Voice of Reason.
Hello.
I'm, as usual, FNGR, and our guest for the evening is Tyandaga.
Wait, what's my line?
What? I don't... what? How the hell did you get famous?
He knows people.
Yeah, there we go. Oh.
I have a big heavy mafia influence, I imagine.
Oh, that's certainly... Oh, here. Oh, Nicky V is about to show up. That's excellent. Well, since we're running out on time, you mentioned something about all your mics. How many microphones do you have, Ty?
Okay, well, I've got one I'm wearing on my head right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one right beside me. That's jingling in the distance. I have another one that I threw out recently, like it's probably still in the trash, knowing our trash system. And I think I've got like two other ones. I've got one in my bedside table, and I've got one in my closet. So I think that's like, what, 25 or something?
6 or 7, I don't know. What's the most expensive you've ever dumped on a mic?
$60.
Oh, okay. Well,
very cheap.
Oh, no, you can get a good brand for $60. And joining us as well as our guest host is NickyvMLP.
Hi there.
Oh.
Hello.
What's up, nerds?
Ah, very good, sir.
Doubting SmackDown's on.
I was going to say, what do you mean, nerds? You watch pro wrestling. Get off it. Well,
so does Voice, and he's here, so...
Yeah, I know. I was watching it before any of you were alive. Haha. No, let's see here. I have a series of questions, but before I take it over, does anyone want to lead out, or...
I can start. I'll start this off.
Certainly.
Why a deer?
That's actually... Sorry?
How'd you come up with the idea to do a deer OC? Because I know we've had mostly pony OCs. We have a hippogriff. I think we have a couple of griffins. One dragon. How'd you come up? Why did you decide to go deer?
Yeah, I could expand a little on that one. I remember Silver Quill said he got his from a New Age bestiary, so I was just, yeah, pretty much that.
Yeah, I saw. That's like a really complex way. As far as I went, I wanted to do something different, so I decided that I wanted to pick something like sort of specific to my country because I like to think I'm proud to be Canadian. So I decided to pick something that, like, there's no real like horses or anything in Canada that are specific, but then there's deer, which aren't also specific to Canada. But I said, what the heck, let's just go with that. No one else is doing it, and I needed a gimmick.
Nice.
So
it's a good idea. It's a good idea. It's like when you're getting into the community, especially like one that's as crowded as we are, you kind of need to find some way to differentiate yourself from everybody else. So it's a solid idea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what singer from Canada. I thought it was like, okay, I was like, wait, what's indigenous Canada? I know, caribou. Wait, it's a little too on the nose. Let's just go deer.
Say, Ty, I noticed that you mentioned you were a proud Canadian. What makes you have nationalistic pride?
I was born here, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's just a good place to live, I guess. I've liked living here, obviously. So then again, I don't know what it's like living anywhere else. So I'm sure there's probably better. But no, it's pretty good. It's a pretty safe place to live, to be honest. And good people, too. That also helps.
That was very refreshing. Since you've started, have you had any real speed bumps, copyright issues, Sony Vegas eat any of your projects on you?
Sony Vegas, yeah, has really filled up on a lot of my projects. It happens, though. I mean, I save often, so it doesn't really affect me too much. But I remember actually one time doing the What If Season 5 Got Cancelled video. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God, that closed twice on me. And I didn't save often on that one either. So I had to do, like, at least... I'd say I did that video like editing twice over as far as like time editing went. So that was frustrating for me. I'm glad I got that one out and over with, frankly.
How much real time did you like lose? 6 to 8 hours? What?
At least 6 hours, yeah.
Oh God, that's a nightmare. Yeah, so I often find that I like to compare it to like playing an RPG and forgetting to save and having the darn thing crash on you.
I'm not gonna lie, I was mildly displeased.
Oh, that could be annoying.
I think we've all been in that boat once or twice.
Oh, hands down. If you could pick one thing with online, on the web, that you see on a daily basis, what would you remove?
What would I remove on the internet?
That you routinely run into?
Everyone else's videos so I can run the world!
That was refreshingly honest, sir.
No, if anything on the internet, I don't know. I don't know what I would say for that. There's a lot of good things. I don't see a lot of bad things on the internet, to be honest. Then again, I stay safe.
Good man.
Oh, hackers. Never mind, hackers.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any, like, I guess a saying that you like to live your life by, or some type of credo or something like that?
Yeah, actually, I do. I put this as my Skype message off, actually, a lot. It's a quote by Larry Bird, if you can believe that. It says, and I quote, good, better, best, never let it rest until your good is your better and your better is best. So basically, the moral of that is just improve, really.
As, like, I know quite a bit about basketball, and that does sound like a very Larry Birdish thing to say.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of basketball, I noticed that at the end of your videos you wear a Toronto Raptors hat. Like, how big of a fan are you of them?
Hashtag We the North. I'm a pretty decent fan. I'm not like, I watch some of the games here and there, but then again, as of late, I haven't liked watching the games because they've been gosh darn awful.
Yeah, it hasn't been pretty. Like, Lou Williams has taken a lot of terrible shots. He might not be that good of a basketball player.
Don't doubt Sweet Lou, though. Come on.
He's weirdly likable, but his shot, he routinely puts up 30-footers, and I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, yeah, he'll make you rip your hair out.
Speaking of Toronto Raptors, any other sports teams you follow, like Maple Leafs or the Blue Jays?
People follow the Maple Leafs?
Even the Canadians don't watch the Maple Leafs.
Well, not anymore. It's usually after the first game that's when most people leave. I've never been a hockey fan, actually, surprisingly enough. I know.
I was just about to say, being from Illinois, I'd like to thank all you guys for some of our best players in the Blackhawks.
There's a collective shout-out from Illinois.
Yes.
No, not a big hockey.
We have no hockey here.
Hey, I live in New York. So, yeah, it's either Islanders, Rangers, or the Outcast Devils. And then there's Buffalo, but no one cares about them.
Ow.
Well, that's a cold stab.
Yeah, well, let's move on to something else here. What's something that you would like to learn from your peers?
In this community?
Either or, yeah, whatever.
As far as this community, probably just to animate. I think that'd be really cool. I don't know how to animate at all, so I think that'd be a big edge if I knew how to animate. So, yeah.
Is there something in verse that you'd like to teach your peers that you think you're good at that, you know, not to set you up to boast, but there's something that's like, I think that people could do it more like this?
Actually, one thing I have a big gripe with this community with is the thumbnails, like video thumbnails. So people sometimes don't spend the time to make good video thumbnails, and that really gets me. I don't know. So if anything, if I had something to teach to the community, it would be making good thumbnails that like really catch the eye and really explain the story of the video.
So like working on the title card.
Exactly, yeah.
Some of those get pricey, my friend.
You can make it yourself, too.
Well, I can't draw, sir.
Well, you don't need to draw.
Well, what I do is take a screenshot of the episode and just put the title over it. Like, I don't know, some point to watch over me in quotations and then review right under it.
That works, too.
Yeah, I'm odd man out on this. Like, whenever YouTube gives me, like, the 3 preview options, I'm like, okay, that one looks the best out of the 3, and then I just pick that one.
Sometimes they do offer good ones.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get a really good one that really encapsulates, like, what you're doing with your video, and then the other times, like, you'll get just, like, the shot of your OC fading out, and it just...
Well, the easiest way is to go into a trimmer, and, well, do you use Vegas?
Occasionally, yeah.
Yeah, you go into a trimmer and you just save a snapshot, and you can set that in as the 4th option.
Yeah, I do that with freeze frame on Mirror Elements.
Are you going to be attending college, Ty?
Plan on doing it. I mean, I've already stayed back 1 year actually from high school, or in high school. So yeah, I plan on doing that eventually. I mean, I've got really nowhere else to go. So.
What is your field of study and what are your aspirations?
Well, my field of study, I don't have one just yet. I mean, I want to get into computer engineering, if you can believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to be hell. So.
Hell, we need more computer engineers.
That's good then.
I can't tell if that was sarcasm or not.
No, we need them. You know how badly when it comes to hard drives, they're destined to fail. I can ask a question. It's probably one of the obvious questions. When were you first introduced to MLP, and what episode made you a brony?
Actually, it wasn't even an episode or even the show really that made me join the community. It was actually Fallout Equestria. So I've got a bit of a story. It's a small story. So I was playing Fallout 3. This was must have been 4 months ago or something like this. This was a while back, nonetheless. And I was playing Fallout 3, and I couldn't finish one of the quests because some of those are really hard, and I'm not very smart. So I decided to look online for some help. And I typed in Fallout, and one of the options was Fallout Equestria. And I thought, oh, that must be a website or something, right? One of those like Fallout websites that gives help and forums and whatnot. So I clicked on it, and I'm like, hang on, this isn't any Fallout website. This is MLP. I knew what it was because there's commercials of it growing up and stuff, so I knew what it was. But I'm like, well, this isn't it. But I saw the picture of the Fallout Equestria like cover, I think it's what it's called. I don't know. I don't read books. I'm illiterate. So I looked at that. I'm like, oh my god, this looks pretty cool though. Nonetheless, like a crossover. How the heck would that work? So I decided reading it, and I loved it. It was really good writing, and that's what drew me in. I wanted to see what more this community had to offer. So yeah.
Oh, was there a specific episode that says like, okay, I really like the show, we'll want to continue?
Actually, I started watching like the episodes like from episode 1, and I went through the the seasons, and I went in the specific order actually. So there wasn't any specific episode that really hooked me. It was really just the story that hooked me at the start, and like the episodes were good. So I'm like, okay, this is nice.
Yeah, I kind of got into it the same way, and once it got to Sonic Rainbow, I was just like, oh.
yeah. With me, it was like first 2 episodes, like, nah, I can't watch this. Took a break, watched Camaraderie Supernatural, was like, all right, I'll give it another shot. Dragon Shine. Okay, I'm hooked.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I kind of think I got into Mentally Advanced before I got into the show. And it's funny because I can't really go back to it as much anymore because it's like, no, I love the show. I don't like seeing the characters be miserable anymore.
I kind of know how you mean because like I watched the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series before I ever started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Like normal. So yeah, I kind of know where you're coming from there. What's your dream job? Like what do you want to, or what would be like your perfect job that you would want to be at 15 or so years from now?
I would love to do this, to be honest.
Really?
It's probably unrealistic though. If I had to really pick a realistic job, I said before computer engineering, just something that I could at least apply myself and not get bored with necessarily, because that's my biggest fear is just getting bored doing something for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Just don't get bored with your job, because then like you'll eventually get to the point where I'm not going in.
What's the most exotic place you've ever been in your life?
Tampa Bay, Florida.
No, it's not bad. I'm very fond of Florida. Then again, I always went there as a kid for like Disney and stuff. So
yeah, it's a great place. Nice and warm. I like that part.
Yeah, but then again, it is Florida.
Yes.
Yeah, especially for somebody from Canada. Like, do you ever get used to the cold?
No. Answer put simply, no. You never get used to the cold. It chills the bones.
Yeah.
Like I've only been to really super cold places like a couple of times in my life, and that's only like as far up as Illinois. And I got snowed in one year, and after that I was just like, I'm gonna stand down here. I'm gonna enjoy the humidity and stickiness of Louisiana and just be like, woohoo! At least I'm not cold.
You're not missing much.
No. This is a standby question here. Assuming that you ever have kids one day, what year, if ever, are you ever going to let them on the web?
Oh, wow. I would let my kids on the internet?
Yeah.
Knowing what's there?
Yeah.
Really? I'm a bad parent then.
Huh? That's right up there with Silver Quills. He's like, by 40. I think 40's safe.
I mean, to be fair, though, like, realistically, like, especially in the schools and stuff, they allow kids on the internet now. Yeah. So I think they would get on the internet a lot faster.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do anything to stop it.
What's something you're terrible at that you love?
Terrible at that I love?
Yeah.
Rap. You can believe that.
I can.
Yeah, I've been trying to get better at freestyle and stuff. If you can really believe that.
There's a no singing rule on the podcast.
Oh, I'm not even going to attempt it.
You could thank Robin0928 for that. I was like, nope.
Thank him later.
Knowing Robin, that is exactly who I thought would have gotten that rule started.
Who's in your Mount Rushmore of manliness? Who are your role models?
Mount Rushmore of manliness.
It doesn't necessarily have to be manliness. People you look up to.
All right. I like Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty cool. I got to put a basketball player in there just for good measure. Kyle Lowry. He's a good hard worker,
Mm.
Yeah, there we go. There's 4 in Mount Rushmore, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I forgot Canadian.
Yeah. We just have like the good part of Niagara Falls.
Oh wow, Caddy. Quit trying to turn my show into The View.
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to pick another 2. There aren't really many people like I look up to. I mean, I don't want like to put that in a bad way. It's just someone who looks up to other people. I don't know.
No, that's fine.
Kind of tall, so.
Have you attended any conventions yet?
No, I haven't. Although I really want to actually. Sounds like a lot of fun. So.
Do you plan on attending any conventions, pony or otherwise, in the near future?
Either or. I mean, the one big thing with me is just like money.
Yes.
Right.
You know, especially with like college coming up too. Like, I don't want to be spending a lot of money, like especially on plane tickets and whatnot. So yeah.
Yeah, because I know there's a couple of conventions in Canada. I know there's one in Toronto. I think there's also one in Vancouver.
Well, I'm not going to Vancouver. You know how far away that place is?
That's where DHX is.
I don't care. That's a big plane flight.
Yeah. You have to keep in mind most Americans just picture like Canada as this one big mass. It's can't be that big. They don't even have states up there.
Yeah, they just got those weird province things. Huh?
Yeah, I don't
And
understand
territories.
them.
Ah, yeah, those.
Yeah.
What other fandoms are you a part of? Like Gravity Falls, Steven Universe, any of them?
Actually, not really. I'll be honest with you guys. I've only actually started like watching cartoons again, really, since I started watching MLP again. So.
Oh, where did you lay off last time then?
When I was a kid.
Oh no, like I meant shows. Like what?
Like Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob, things like that.
Mhm.
A lot of Nickelodeon stuff, to be honest.
Okay,
Well-
so you were an early 2000s kid.
Yeah.
Oh, is there any like non-cartoon fandoms that you're in, like Marvel or
Star Trek, Star Wars.
Star Wars is all right. I mean, I don't really partake in too many other fandoms, though, to be honest. I can't really think of any off the top of my head. I'm a pretty boring guy.
Why'd you pick this guy for the interview?
What? No.
You picked the wrong person. How could you?
I keyed.
Yes.
I was gonna say, any video game systems that you're particularly a fan of?
Systems like consoles and stuff, or
Yeah, like a consoles, or like a Nintendo guy, a Sony guy, an
Oh,
Xbox
okay.
guy, or a PC Master Race.
PC's always good. I can't go wrong with that. Although I have an Xbox, and I play that a lot. So I guess I'd have to say Xbox as well. But I'd probably put PC over that. As far as Nintendo goes, the Wii was expensive. I never played it much, so
Yeah. Did you have any favorite YouTubers that you're like to plug?
Well, I mean, yeah, actually I do. You guys probably have heard of John Tron, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, very great videos. I love those videos. As far as other guys that actually, I watch the Yogscast regularly. So have you guys heard of Sips?
I heard of the Yogscast. I don't know who Sips
I'll take
is.
that as a yes. But yeah, I watch some of the Yogscast too. They do like Minecraft videos and stuff, but for the most part, they do like other games as well. And I just like I like their commentary and stuff. I've been watching them since a kid. So
Any YouTubers that inspired you to join the analysis community?
actually, yeah. So like the first video I watched of anyone in the analysis community, like this was like maybe a year ago or something, before I knew about this community at all. My first video I ever watched was one of Toon's videos.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it was on. I just remember the top hat. But as far as like people,
Of course.
Everyone remembers the top hat.
I mean, nothing against him. It's just I don't have good memory. As far as like other guys that inspired me, I mean, Silvercool was a big one. When I first like was about to get into the community, like I sort of was looking around, and he was probably my favorite. Mad Munchkin was a big push for me to really get the channel going too. I'm thinking other than that, KP, good inspiration there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, those are probably like my base four there. Yeah.
And not a bad base for.
I've actually, when I was trying to get Looney to add you to the Rift, I was like, he kind of reminds me of Silverquill. You should probably get him. I remember he said he added for like a friend for a month, and he forgot about you.
Sad face.
Oh, he's in school. Give him time. Any good April Fool's jokes that you saw the other day that you thought that really stood out to you?
Actually, yeah. If you guys know the website Social Blade?
No, but
Yes.
I know them. Been a while
so-
since they've been on there.
It's
that the
basically a Sorry.
I was just wondering is that the website that like shows how quickly your like YouTube channel is growing and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's a great way to it's a website that basically shows like how many subscribers you're getting a day, how many views you're getting a day. It even tells you a payroll as well. So if you're into it for money, you can actually see how much you're going to be prospectively making. So one of the April Fool's joke that they did was they allowed people to edit their ranking system. So they rank the channels from 1 to how many ever millions of channels there are, and obviously everyone fits into that rank. So they allowed you to edit it, saying that, oh, well, we might get it wrong sometimes, so here, you guys can edit it if you think it's wrong. So I quite well imagine a lot of people saying, oh, I'm number one. There's me, I'm just like, oh, I'm kind of modest, I'll put myself at like 100,000.
nice.
Good guy, Tyandaga.
How do you differ from your online persona?
I probably swear more in real life. I'm probably a little bit more abrasive than like what I show online. Although then again, yeah, no, that's about right.
You're doing fine. Anything you've really learned since you've become a content creator?
I think I've learned the biggest thing is like learning to schedule myself. The one thing like when you start doing content is the big shock is like always having to have new content coming out on a regular basis and keeping up with that. Because before when I started, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to put out a video every week, and that belief quickly died. but then I'm like, okay, well, every 2 weeks, and even then I can barely keep up with that. So it's just keeping consistent content is probably the hardest part. But it's also one of the things that I've learned just to schedule myself and try to make sure that I'm always keeping up with my uploading schedule.
How are you gonna handle season 5 now? That's like a time of the recording, 2 days away.
I'm gonna handle it very sparsely, I bet. I don't know. I mean, I was actually. Like, hear me out on this. I was thinking I might not even review the first episode because I'm hearing everyone else is going to be doing it. So I might try to catch on maybe another idea that no one else is thinking. So who knows?
That would be good. Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
You haven't done episodic reviews yet, and I think it's done wonders for you that you do approach things from a different look.
Well, I mean, I've just sort of avoided like episode reviews just because like everyone else is not doing it, or doing it still and have done it. So, and I don't really want to be doing stuff that everyone else has done because that's just boring, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just avoided them for now. Season 5 though, once that comes out, I'll try my best.
Okay, so you're taking the canned cream route. Yeah, we're focusing on the topics of the like certain episodes and themes, and doing videos on that. Like, I did one with shipping with CK, and one about criticism with Mad Munchkin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are there any websites that you just vehemently stay away from, like you just want no part in that foolishness?
I'd like to say RuneScape, but I spend way too much time on that.
I was just about to ask, what was your favorite waste of time on the web?
Without a doubt.
Okay, then.
I was actually playing it right before getting into the podcast. So there you go. As far as websites I'd like completely stay away from, I've tried my best with Facebook, but I don't know. I can't stay away for some reason.
All right, I have to ask this one. How long are you broning for?
What do you mean by that?
How long do you intend to... Well, we've got the show for 5 more years. Are you going to be here for the long haul, or...?
I'll try to be here as long as possible. I mean, obviously if life gets in the way, like school and whatnot, if my grades start slipping, then that will take precedence over making videos and stuff. But I mean, that doesn't mean I won't be involved with the community still. It's just I would have to change what I do. I'd try to stay in it for the long haul, though. Good community, so don't want to leave, really.
Good man. Have you become overwhelmed by your online success?
I'd like to say yes and no. I mean, I wake up every morning and there's like, 20 different comments and stuff, so that's always kind of tricky to like respond to everyone with, and finding the time to respond to everybody with that. But at the same time, I like that as well. I like being able to respond to people. I mean, it's a good problem to have, having too many comments rather than none at all. So yeah.
I know you said you weren't I don't know if you were joking entirely or not, if you were into books or not, comics or anything like that. Any kind of reading material that you...
I'm not really into... I'm not saying I'm against reading or anything. I love a good book from time to time. Obviously, like Fallout Equestrian stuff, I'm still reading Project Horizon. So, obviously I'm not like against reading and stuff, and I'm not an anti-advocate for reading. So for all you kids out there...
Well, you're in good shape. Cloud Cuckoo isn't here to bust your balls.
Yeah.
I could just see, like, if Cloud had been here, what books are you into? He just looks around. New Red Book. Yeah, this book here.
The Bible.
Yes, the Bible.
Does instruction manuals for video games count?
Yes, totally do.
I think I've got my report card here. You want
What's the most expensive thing you've ever lost?
Expensive thing I've ever lost? I'd have to... I don't know. I don't really lose too many things. I nearly lost my parents' car, actually, one time.
Oh.
I think that was qualifying.
I hope they're not listening in right now.
Oh, I guess that'll count as double as what's the most trouble you've ever been in? I've tried to find new ways to re-ask that question where people won't, like, just straight up refuse to answer it. Well, I'm all out of ammo.
Wait, was that the most trouble you had ever been in when you nearly lost the car?
No. Well, they didn't know about it. You see.
Oh.
Well, that's all. Yeah, you were at the time. You were considering, man, am I screwed? So, what is the most trouble you've ever been in? That
I'm trying to think. Actually, I don't know. I don't get in trouble often, to be honest.
You almost lost the car.
Yeah, but they didn't know about it. You're not in trouble unless you get caught, right?
Or what's the most trouble you were almost in?
Almost lose the car.
Okay, yeah, that's why I was gonna let it go.
Is there anyone you ship your OC with?
No.
Like
no.
canon or other OC?
No.
You're not a fan of shipping?
I mean, it's not that I'm not a fan of shipping. It's just that I don't really take part in it too much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's funny at times, and it can be clever as well, but I just don't take part in it.
So the trick is, if you don't want to be shipped, is to make your OC look as hideous as humanly possible.
Yeah, but the
Say, for
problem
example,
with that
FNGR.
Yes.
Oh,
No, I did that on purpose.
but the problem with that is people will mercy ship you.
Yeah.
Mercy shipping? What's that?
Yeah.
It's like if somebody feels bad for you, you'd be like, oh, or no, it's like a Beauty and the Beast thing. It's like a Beauty and the Beast thing that like they ship like the normal, fairly nice-looking character with the
best, the funniest story I've ever heard for anti-shipping, and this is just allegedly, I don't know if this is true or not. Someone mentioned there's like, well, Dr. Wolf made his character Wolf, so he wouldn't be shipped. And I remember one of my peers is like, does he know about the furry fandom? Does he have any idea that that's not going to discourage anyone in the least?
Last time I checked, there was a whole fandom to be shipped with.
Yes.
That just means he won't be shipped with any of us.
Yes. I've actually, I believe I've seen from Vector Brony. He's did an artwork where he's shipped with Sweetie Bloom.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah. It's cute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's done in good spirit. Like I said, I'm all out of ammo, so unless anyone else has anything else.
Okay, I have another question. Who's your dream person to collaborate with?
Say Voice of Reason.
Making me choose here.
Yeah.
I don't want to put anybody down, but I'd probably have to say Serboquill.
I would totally freaking try and push that through. When I had him on, I tried to get Corpulent in there, and he got all quiet. I'm like, all right, it's a good thing I didn't ask about me. I was hoping that Corpulent would get in and then put in a good word for me. I was like, yeah.
You have one job, put in a good word for me.
Well, Ty, if you are looking desperately for a collab somewhere later in the season, or maybe late in the first half, I'm more than willing. Don't know about my co-hosts here; they'd probably be willing as well, perhaps, possibly.
I could probably do it, but at the moment I'm kind of swamped on people that I promised collabs to. So
certainly.
Do you work out frequently, or are you kind of just like
no?
Exercise? What's that?
I mean, I exercise from time to time, but that's just like through sport necessarily. I don't just like go to the gym and like, oh, I'm gonna pump some iron, or oh, I'm gonna lift. I don't do that.
Yeah.
I just find it boring.
Yeah. Well, I had a great time having you on, Ty. I'd like to thank everyone else for coming in here. I hope it wasn't too long.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay, just in time for the season 5 reviews.
Oh, crap. Yeah. All right. Take care, everyone.
Yeah.
Later, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.